Hey everybody, how's it going? I am Sylvia from thesacredspiral.com and welcome. If you're new here and you've never been to any of my videos, we are doing what's called EFT or tapping or emotional freedom technique. What it does is it clears the energetic bodies. We have our physical form, our physical body, and then 7 layers of bodies outside of the physical. And a lot of times, what they're finding, science is actually starting to catch up with the results of our energy bodies. So more and more energy medicine practitioners are going to come forward because a lot of times if it's taken care of out in the outer fields, it doesn't manifest to something physical within the body. So what I like to do is tell people, just come here with a complete open mind. If you never tapped before, I have a starter tap video you can go back to. It tells you what meridian in the body that you're unlocking, as well as what emotions you shift in that particular meridian. So if you want to know the science behind it and you want to know the points and what they're all like tied to in the body, feel free to go back to my original video on where and why we tap basics. So as I said, I am Sylvia. I am an EFT practitioner level 1 and level 2. I also do sacred soul alignments and healing touch, as well as I am a holistic health and wellness advisor. So I got my hands a little bit full, but I think it all really ties together because wellness can stem from various different ways. It can be from your supplements to your emotional beliefs, patterns, outdated things like that. If you haven't taken care of any of that, that will impact the full circle of who we are, right? So I found EFT in about, I want to say it was 2018, so a couple years ago. I found it was super helpful. If you're not familiar with it, it's known to assist with people who struggle with anxiety, stress, health, moods, overthinking, in relationships, improving current relationships, or in the process of transitional relationships. It helps with so many things. People that struggle with trauma, drama, PTSD, you name it, will be actually shifted for their betterment with EFT. It's actually been scientifically proven. It's been around for a really long time. The process or the points come from acupuncture, which we know goes back like 5,000 years, but we're not using needles, we're using pressure points on the body. And we're actually tapping those points. Now, if you have a headache, it'll actually assist that headache going away, but I do suggest to press instead of tap, and you'll get the most benefits without being irritated because your head is throbbing. This is for the energy of the week of July 12th through the 19th, and we're going to start right into the cards. And so let me explain a little bit about the cards. We use the cards for the energy or the message that needs to come through, has a little bit of guidance with crystals and what crystals would be helpful, as well as any other messages that want to help us, as well as the affirmations within the cards. So the most important thing with tapping is that you do it. Kind of like meditation, you don't gain any benefits from meditation if you don't do it. You don't, same with, obviously prayer or journaling, nothing happens unless you do it, right? So EFT is the same thing. You can shift your emotional body, you can clear your field, you can clear all these thoughts, and you can have a different stance. So if you find yourself in complete overwhelm or fear or just not knowing what to do, just come back to these points, and that's why these are up here for you. So we're going to start on the karate chop point. But first, I also teach about energy management or energy hygiene protocol, and we use this is a double terminated wand. It just means it has, it's crystal quartz, and it has 2 points on both sides. You don't have to have crystal quartz. You don't even have to have a crystal. But I just have one handy to teach how to safely put the old energy away so that it doesn't come back, if that makes sense. So we are creating an energy recycling bin. So any negative energies that we're removing from our field are going to go down in that recycling bin to be transformed into something positive that can best serve the planet, and also come off of us and be put in a receptacle bin that will go away and never come back. So I do a couple things first. I always tell people, roll your eyeballs in the back of your head, look inside your body, see if there's any dense, tense, stressed areas of discomfort. So it could be in your back, your shoulder blades, your neck, any pressure you're holding in your lower back or in your body, anywhere, and scale from 0 to 10 the intensity. Okay, I want you to make a note of that, location and intensity. At the end of these tapping session, round, cards, whatever, I want you to go back and see how you did. See how you shifted. If you are an 8 right now and it's in your lower back or in your middle of your back, after tapping, come back and reassess. Put your eyes in the middle of your head, scan through your body, and see if it's still in the middle of your back and if it's still an 8. Okay, so that's just a little note, so keep track. The crystal, you don't have to have a crystal. You can use your finger if you don't have one. I just like to do clockwise on the floor. Now this is going to be off camera, so just take my word for it. I'm just making a circle clockwise to open a portal. So now I like to visualize it. You can visualize it as garbage or a recycling bin. I also like to visualize it as a bank vacuum tube, you know, like when you go through the bank drive-through. And I visualize with every exhale that we take in the process of tapping, that it releases what no longer serves in my highest best good for my body and well-being. So any stress, anxiety, ill feelings, off, whatever you want to call it, anxiety, fear, worry, dread, hurt, sadness, restlessness, hopelessness, feeling stuck or second guessing, confusion, uncertainty, all of those feelings are all of those dense emotions. I say that those are going to go down into this portal as we tap, as I tap. And you can use this on your end too, so we can do it together. So I'm opening that circle and I'm saying all of the stuff that no longer serves me is going to go down there and be transmuted, transformed, and recycled into pure divine light and love. Unconditional love, as the Creator knows it the most. And in the Creator's form, transforms to better serve the planet in all 4 directions, within and without, at whoever needs it the most, right? So I'm going to say that's our intention. We're recycling that energy. And the reason why we do that is because after you and I have spent time together clearing our field, the last thing I want you to do is rise up from your chair and walk through the garbage you energetically just dropped on the floor from clearing your field. So we're going to create a portal to send down that energy, and then at the end we will do counterclockwise on the floor to close that and then send it away with our intention of removal. Okay? All right, so we're going to start with, now that we have that, we're going to start on the karate chop point, which is right here. This is a great point to talk out whatever you're feeling. So you can say something like, hopefully you can see it in the camera. I'm still kind of getting used to where the camera is on this thing. So even though I'm feeling a little bit of worry or insecurity, I allow those feelings now. And then you can say a couple more statements here, and you can fill in your blank, okay? So you might not be feeling what I'm feeling, but you can just say, even though I'm feeling hurt, or even though I'm feeling anger, or even though I'm feeling grief, even though I'm feeling confused, or even though I'm feeling stuck, or even though I'm feeling restless or impatient or frustrated, I accept myself and all of these feelings now. Okay, and then you can say one more time. Even though I'm feeling, and then fill in the blank. Even though I'm feeling nervous, even though I'm feeling fear, even though I'm feeling powerlessness, or even though I'm feeling muddled thinking, or even though I'm feeling I'm trying to think of what are some common things. Worry, hopelessness, insecurity, anxiety. What else? Usually it's anger or lack of clarity. So even though I'm feeling XYZ, whatever it is for you, I accept myself, and all of these feelings are allowed to come forward now. Okay, and then we're going to take 2 fingers and go to the eyebrow point here. And this is one point, the side of the eye here where you have like the wing of the edge of the like eyeliner there. And then right under the pupil as you look forward, right under the center of the nose, right under the divot, oh, so the mustache, and then right under the divot of the lip or chin, between lip and chin. And then the collarbone is you take the little nubs and you go down, and where you feel the dip in your chest, and it's all the way across. Now you won't be able to see me doing that because I'm going to be holding a card. So, but you feel free. If you have 2 hands, use both hands. And people always ask this question, does it matter left or right side? No, it does not matter. And then the other one is just below your armpit. It's going to be hard to see on the camera. It's about mid-bra, about 3 to 4 inches below the armpit. And then the crown is the last, right behind my crown, okay? So let's get into the cards and the messages and just start tapping, okay? Or the crystal of the week is the Septarian. The Septarian, now these are rough versions of the Septarian, but I've actually seen them when they are polished, and they remind me of a dragon egg. So there's really beautiful off-white color and this really rich, deep chocolate brown. Okay, and this one I can't read because the light's so bright. The Septarian is ancient earth's wisdom, shielding. It's for the root chakra, which is on our seat, like on our seat. And Septarian facilitates communication with your guides, elders, while also offering protection and shield of invisibility around you. So it's kind of like a cloak of protection as well. And I do not own one. This will be the first one I've done in all of my readings where I don't have one, so I need to buy one. I usually have everything. That's my Taurus sun. Anyway, so it says, you have pulled this card because your guides and elders have a message for you, and because it's also, you also may be under energetic attack. Meditate with Septarian to attune yourself with ancient wisdom and protect yourself with ancestral magic, and also connect deeply with your spirit guides. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's go right here. Eyebrow point. We are calling in the essence and energy of Septarian, and we could even just snap a picture of this and get the energy and essence of it without actually owning it through the camera, side of the eyes. Ancient earth wisdom and shielding, strengthening and aligning all of our chakras, but particularly calling and soothing the root chakra under the eye. Septarian is facilitating communication with the guides and the elders, while also offering protection with a shield of invisibility around you. So a cloak of invisibility. Under the nose, this card is pulled because the guides and elders have a message for you, because you may be under energetic attack. Under the collarbone here, meditate with it, attune with it, and the ancient wisdom of Septarian. And then under the arm, protect yourself with ancestral magic and connect deeply with your spirit guides. Okay, so one more time so you can get the energy and essence of it. Okay, we're going to go to the top of the crown and to the next card. And this is from the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. That card was from the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. And so this one is the one that came out from the Rebecca Campbell deck, and it's Star Keeper. And we're going to go crown because we ended up under the arm. So the crown is the Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor. This seed the light and stay grounded. So the Septarian stone was for grounding and protection. And so, whoa, sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. So this is also interesting that it's like as a cosmic ancestor. And remember, that was ancestral shielding, like our guides. And this is the cosmic ancestor. See how that's tied together, like grounding and ancestral. So just kind of remember those little things. You're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in a very unique way. Eyebrow point. You likely have been incarnating to the earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about long-awaited shift to the planet's evolution. We're at the tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all of its species are coming to a head. Under the eye, the more grounded you can remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor into the planet. Under the nose, the more soul fragments you call home, the more wisdom are seated here. Under the lip, you may be called in different places in the world to anchor your light, perhaps taking a trip to a certain location or living in a different location is calling to you. Under the collarbone, you also may find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you can remain, the more stable. Under the arm, so it says the more stable you can be with Earth's energy and become less reactive to humanity will be. So less reactive because you're grounded. So the peace is with you, particularly not your surroundings or from outside of you. Top of the crown. You are here as a double mission to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that is bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world, but not of it, and truly lead a glorious life. And then we're gonna eyebrow point, the starseed activation that's written here. I acknowledge that I am a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. Okay, there you go. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's that one. And then we have a couple from Tony Carmine Salerno's Spirit Oracle deck. And these are very similar message. Like that one is those two were ancestral and protection and grounding. And then these two both say something about a blessing in disguise. So I thought that was really interesting. And the other thing I found was really interesting at the cards themselves is both of them have like stars on their crown or third eye. So they're very cosmic, very connected, very intuitive, and they're feeling the frequencies around them floating in every which way, but they're not really phased, if you can tell. Like the whole thing, you can be in this world but not of it. It's like the frequency and the energy of the people around them aren't really impacting them, and the only way to be in this state is to stay grounded and be in peace with yourself first and foremost, because it doesn't come outside of you, it comes from within you. And so I thought that was really interesting, because I was like, wait a minute, I was actually not even sure this is the right card because it said moon goddess, but then when I read the message it made sense, because it's like we're not really in a moon during the time of this card, of this energy. Like we're the 12th through the 19th of July, and there's really no big moons happening, although we've had like a spree of them. I was like, moon, that doesn't make any sense. But when I read it, the message, and read into the energy of the card without the title, it made sense to me. Okay, so let's start tapping. A time of necessary upheaval, and that's the world right now, is a blessing in disguise. And then side of the eye, as the dust settles, the gift reveals itself. I'm trying to get the lighting so you guys can get an idea what it says and still show you where I'm tapping. And then under the eye, this one, magic, blessings, and transformation. And then this one repeats the whole blessing in disguise thing. Under the nose, a blessing in disguise is coming your way. Under the lip, keep an open heart and mind. Heart first, because your heart will recognize if it's of love, so you can discern if it's right for you, right? But it says, both of them say a blessing in disguise, so I can't wait to see what that is, right? Be open. And then what's really interesting is I asked for Ascended Masters who wanted to assist for the week, and this is the Kyle Gray Keepers of the Light deck. And I believe we had him really recently, maybe a week or two ago. The first one who jumped out, which I was like, really? Again? Was Ganesh. And Ganesh is the remover of all obstacles. And so let's tap, where were we? I think we were right here. Okay, so let's go to the collarbone. So Ganesh is infinite abundance. So remember we talked about the whole blessing in disguise? And there's actually murmurs about a second stimulus check. So maybe that's our blessing in disguise. Who knows? Maybe one of our loans will be paid off mysteriously and magically. Maybe we'll get paid back for long overdue something or other. Who knows? Write it in the comments what happens to you. I'm curious. Okay. So infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed and spiritual support and connections are increasing. Okay. Under the arm. So Ganesh is also a Hindu elephant head god, the son of Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati. Legend says that he received his elephant head as a replacement after his father sliced his human one off because he mistook him as an intruder. Oh, I'm doing under the arm if you can't tell. You can't, if you can't see above it, the camera, it's my underarm. And then top of the crown. Ganesh is acknowledged as the Lord who removes all obstacles and is loved by all taxi drivers because they believe that he helps them weave in and out of traffic. Ganesh is a sweet, life-loving, joyful, dancing, approachable God, and he uses his light to weave the perfect path for you. Eyebrow. It's important at this time to move beyond limitations of it's not meant to be and focus on if this is for my highest good, then the universe will take me there safely. On the side of the eye, Ganesh is not only bringing clear light to an external situation, but also helping you clear up all inner conflicts. Under the eye, when obstacles arise, know that they're just reminders for you to care about your path and that you have the ability to change your current situation. Under the nose, Ganesh is here to help you. Thank him for clearing the way. Under the lip, to increase your connection with him, you may want to chant in Sanskrit, Om Gam Gana Pataye Namaha. Om Gam Gana Pataye Namaha. Om Gam Gana Pataye Namaha. It's really hard to tap and say all that at the same time. It's like patting your head and rubbing your belly. It's like, whoa. Okay, that's a little challenging. I'm surprised I got through that. The second one, and we're going to go to the collarbone, is Kathumi. Kathumi. Can't read it, but Kathumi, Cloak of Wisdom. We also had the Cloak of Protection with the, it's interesting, we had the Cloak of Protection with the crystal and the Cloak of Wisdom with Kathumi. So we're going to go to the collarbone. Kathumi, the Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Trust what you know. Often I find myself second guessing when I'm in my mind too much. So how do you get out of your mind? If you're familiar with the heart breath or the heart breath from Heart Math Institute, a lot of times just putting your hand on your heart and taking a deep breath and thinking something you're grateful for will bring you into coherence. So coherence, heart coherence is the place you want to find your wisdom, right? Because your mind or ego mind, monkey mind will often keep you spinning. Okay, so Kuthumi, pronounced as Kutumi, I guess I'm saying it wrong, Kutumi, is an ascended master who appears to be well-dressed Indian man with a golden aura. His teachings were brought through the world by Madame Blavatsky in the 19th century. There are many different theories of his true identity. Under the arm, many believe that he was a wandering man known as a rishi of India, dedicated to walking the path of spirit, and with very few material possessions. Others believed him to be a well-educated Sikh spiritual leader who, it's SKH, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, a spiritual leader who was given the pseudonym to protect his true identity. Top of the crown. I believe that he lived a high life, but through spiritual practice was able to let go of all his material possessions. Now he helps light workers go beyond their limits that are set by others, and cultivates a personal connection to God. Eyebrow, extended message here is: knowledge is learned, wisdom is remembered. You are a real cloak of wisdom now. Under the nose, like Katumi, you've been on a wandering path trying to find the answers through study and insights of others. But now you're uncovering the truth of your own soul. Your soul is leading the way, and you're being encouraged to follow. Collarbone, the fog is clearing and the light has come and it's shining on you. Under the arm, your soul is saying yes. It's your cheerleader. Crown, follow it and trust the endless wisdom within you. Go, go, go. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, so then we're going to go to the two final cards that came out from the Mario de Guay in, what is it called? Mario de Guay Messages of Life. And they have really pretty art. If I can get the camera to show you. One is progress and one is truth. I think truth came out first, so we'll tap that in first. And truth. Today I discover my greatest truth is within me. It is a divine force that whispers from my inner self. Under the eye, I listen to this voice closely, putting aside the controlling mind. We were talking about that earlier. It's funny how all these messages weave together with a very commonality. In this way, I find the answers that I'm looking for. I am now in harmony with myself. I welcome the love of God, which is the truth that will guide me towards my fullest, most shining radiance. Look at that. Look at her. Connected. Receiving messages of truth and divine wisdom, connected straight to source. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, then we ended up, I think it's the collarbone, so we're going to go to the underarm. It's progress. And so it's like, that's her, and then our higher self up in the clouds. So I think we did collarbone. I don't know. We'll do it again. This is my favorite points. It doesn't hurt. Progress. Each day I recognize the divine within me. Under the arm, I progress further along my path of my spirit. Top of the crown. Today I respect my needs. Observe what happens within. Do my best to maintain a positive attitude. I have faith in my inner strength and my inner capabilities. I grow and improve every single day. Today, God's opinion of me is the only opinion that matters. Under the arm, I make progress each and every day. Connecting to my higher self and spirit. for the truth of divinity to come flowing in. And then we end on the third eye and we say, so be it, and so it is. Take a deep breath and then let it out. Sending everything down. If you need to take a few more deep breaths, feel free to. Make sure you get it all. Then we're going to grab our double terminated wand. Thank you guys so much. We're going to close our portal. Grab your double terminated wand if you have one. If not, you can do your finger. And we're going to go counterclockwise on the floor, closing our receptacle bin, whatever you visualized it as, the garbage bin, receptacle bin, vacuum sucking tube. And we're thanking our guides, guardians, angels, guardian angels, ascended masters that wanted to assist us today for helping us clear our field of anything that no longer serves us. Removed and sent down into pure, unconditional love light. Creator's definition of love and light that transforms and basically goes throughout the planet, within, without, throughout, all four corners, above and below. And then I like to cover it up with dirt, like I'm giving it a blessing and saying, c'est la vie, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for you guys, thank you so much for tuning in and tapping. Please let me know how you did below. If anything shift, remember, turn your eyes in, reassess, 0 to 10, where are you at? But for now, as the world goes a little mad, you have a tool, and please keep using it. Tap your heart's content. Try for twice a day. If you need to go more, then do it. Just bookmark this or go through my playlist and just tap. There's no right or wrong. It really doesn't matter what you're saying as long as you hit those points and you keep breathing and you do it for you and watch your energy field shift. It's better for your health and it's better for everyone around you when you are in your optimal state. So with that, remember, I'm Sylvia from thesacredspiral.com. Feel free to let me know how this helped you in the comments below. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay healthy, keep tapping, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.